What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Pickoff. Welcome back. No, this is not the first episode of the season. We had one 2 weeks ago. I know that, but this feels fresh. This feels brand new. This season is actually here. But Colby, they played in Tokyo a week ago. Does not count. The MLB doesn't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. They should have had that game on Monday. And our special guest will agree with me that it should not have been last week and have an 8-day gap. But welcome into the Pickoff. I'm your host, Colby Marcio. And this is presented by Betting News, powered by the one and only BetOnline. BetOnline, fantastic sports book. Get your QR code up there. Get your sign up bonus with promo code BNews. Too excited. Opening day. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a jam-packed show. I'm not going to ramble on anymore because my brother's here. My fake brother. I have a lot of fake family members because everybody's family. And without ado, I'm not waiting any longer to talk to him. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Michael Montgomery, the founder, developer of batters-box.com. If you don't know about batters-box.com, you are going to learn today, girls and boys.
You're going to learn every day because you just promo it constantly, 24/7. So thank you, sir.
Don't forget the hype. Don't forget that thing in the middle. The thing
in the middle. Shout out to Prendy.
Shout out to Meadow Montgomery, who's crying in the background. Shout out to her.
Tough look. First stream.
Monster, happy opening day, my friend.
Happy opening day, sir. Happy to be here. It's hopefully going to be a great year, and we'll hopefully win a lot of bets along the way. You know.
Did you have thoughts on the Tokyo series being 8 days ago?
I mean, I love that they're doing
the same thoughts last year too.
Yeah, I love that they're. I mean, I feel like everybody hates that it's so far away between now and opening day, and like, why is there spring training in between? It's just so weird. And I understand it's a lot of travel and whatnot, but I do love that they're doing something more headlining, kind of how, the NHL has the outdoor games.
The Winter Classic.
Winter Classic. Thank you. I couldn't call it. I'm not a hockey guy, so I don't feel
No. That's the baseball show. We don't need you to be perfect here.
Yeah. And how the NFL has the London games and the Germany games and the Brazil games and stuff. So I love that they're doing something similar to at least generate a little bit of buzz. But yeah,
Why can't it be on Monday? I don't understand the idea of, well, it's got to be fair. They don't have to play today. They don't have to play Friday. They don't have to play Saturday. Have them come back and play on Sunday. What's the big deal? As if everyone's playing the same day every game for 162 days or games.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I feel like, especially if you pick some West Coast teams or something, like the travel can't be that bad, at least for the Dodgers. And so, like, just have them play, like,
have them come and play each other for another 2 games.
Yeah, or give us like a West Coast interleague game or something. Like, I definitely don't want to see a division game personally, because I don't know, it just seems less exciting. Unless maybe it's like Giants Dodgers. But
what are your thoughts on? Thanks, Ben. Gotta let the people know I wore this last year on opening day. We got to keep the good vibes going. What are your thoughts on the people that say this is America's sport and we're playing it? Opening day is on somebody else's turf. What are your thoughts on that? I thought that was the dumbest take ever.
That's super dumb. Obviously, it's not our sport.
Someone's like, "This is our day." I was like,
"Yeah, I mean, at least
as if all the sports leagues just want it to be American. You wonder why they're going overseas. They want everyone involved.
At least half the players, which I'm totally guessing here, but it feels like at least half the players are either like Hispanic or, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico. Like, there's all these other countries people are from.
It's not just a white sport. It's
Japan,
very diverse
everywhere. Yeah. So yeah. I don't know why anybody would say that.
I was just like, it wasn't somebody that replied to me and said it. I saw it and I debated replying. This is the dumbest thing I've read in a long time.
Definitely, that's good. Don't associate yourself with that person. So
no, of course not. There's one thing I wanted to kick off before we got into the slate and ask you, since you're a Cubs fan, is the NL Central prices to win the division. Would you take that on your own team at even money? I think that's laughable.
Of course, that's idiotic. I don't think they're going to score ever. Like it doesn't. I don't. They
said they shouldn't be the favorite the other day, and someone's like, "Well, they're going to be good." Well, Straw's going to be really good, but he's not going to. The lineup isn't that sexy.
It's not. There's the way I've judged it the last couple of years is there's no one in the lineup now besides Kyle Tucker that opposing pitchers are afraid of. Who are they afraid of? Like
Turner.
Justin Turner?
Yeah, they're terrified of him. They're terrified of the redheads.
I mean, maybe for that reason, but yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm not. I would rather bet the Cubs to finish in third or something if that prop was available. I don't think they're gonna. I definitely don't think they're winning the division. I'm not a big fan of the Brewers. I could see the Pirates at 10-1 is certainly interesting. I mean,
it's not bad.
Have the best two-headed monster in Skeens and Jones there on the mound, but their offense is a big question mark too.
Below mid.
Yeah, the Reds. I'm sure Ellie will take a big jump, but Hunter Green's awesome. They signed. Who was the guy they signed from the Royals?
They didn't sign. They traded because they gave them. They got India.
Yeah.
Or no, the Royals got India. They got
They got a pitcher.
They got Singer. Brady Singer.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, Brady Singer.
Which he's serviceable, but I like to bet against him sometimes too. So I don't know. I think for fun it would just be the Pirates and hope that Skeens and Jones kind of carry them the whole way throughout the regular season. And
so it's not Milwaukee who's obviously going to win this thing and then not do anything.
I mean, right? Yeah, that seems to be what happens every year. Is they don't do a whole lot. They maybe add a few pieces here or there. They just continue to win, and it doesn't make any sense to me. But
so you don't understand the Reds hype either.
I know Nate does.
I get it in the sense of their ceiling is higher than most of these teams in this division, but I don't think they're that good. I don't think Ellie's fantastic, but he's also very streaky and he's still developing as a player. He's obviously super young. Was he in his third year?
I think
I'm not a big Hunter Green guy. I don't think that rotation is that hot.
I'm not a huge Hunter Green guy either.
Yes, he's very raw. Would you say you're not what?
I'm not a huge Hunter Green guy either.
Do I want them to be good? I've said this all week. I want them to be good so bad. They haven't been good since they won it in 89?
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We weren't even around. We don't remember. We weren't crapping in no diapers at that time.
I mean, I don't mind their lineup. Matt McClain, I think,
they're going to be
really
fun.
Under the radar young guy that can do a lot of damage, and he was hurt I think all of last year, or most of it. So getting him back I think is actually really big for them, and hitting in front of Ellie should be good. I feel like they're taking a big leap on Gavin Lux, turning into something. He's kind of been this prospect that the Dodgers were hoping would kind of, but he's been blocked by so many amazing Dodgers. So maybe now he finally gets the chance and takes off. Candelario's old. Steer, I don't mind Steer. And Carlos Strand was, kind of one of those guys that he was like a Kinos who hit, all those homers in that 10-day span or whatever. And then he got demoted the next season or later on that year. I feel like they're a big question mark. Not I don't think they're worth putting a ticket on. I think I would go Pirates for fun.
Actually, I think that's a typo. I'm pretty sure St. Louis is supposed to be 10,000, but whatever. I think they might be one of the worst teams in baseball. Classic typo on me with the graphic. Classic.
You think there's no way they're 10,000 to 1? Or plus 10,000?
It feels like it because I have them as being one of the worst teams in baseball.
Okay, but that's
the only reason.
Your insane opinion. That doesn't.
Hadar thinks they might lose. Perfect. That's perfect. They're going to be horrible. It's a team that I wrote about them 2 months ago. I said they're going to be fun offensively, but they're actively shopping Nolan. So they're rebuilding. Their rotation's horrid.
Yeah, you think they are going to be fun offensively? Weren't they
It's
Didn't they
only
have a
because
rough
they have a lot of young,
competition
fun
last year?
talent. That's the only.
Yeah.
I think the
I
young,
like-
fun talent.
I love a Newt bar, especially when I'm hungry. It just really, really, really gets you going. It's like a Snickers,
You're not you when you're hungry.
You're not. Wilson, obviously. I mean, I always love Wilson. But
Dude doesn't know his pitcher's pitches, dude. Stop.
that's why
He's
plays first
lazy.
base now.
He is lazy.
He's not a catcher anymore. He's a first baseman. Okay.
Yeah, I wonder why. Because he's lazy. I have no respect for him. We'll get into his brother later, but I have no respect for Wilson Contreras because he's horrible.
I think he'll sleep at night just fine, so that's okay.
Yeah. So will I. Anywho.
Good.
Ooh, Nick Martini. Remember opening day last year? Nick Martini?
Was that was opening day? Wow.
Opening day. It was $650, I think the price was.
So that's just
Where is Nick Martini?
I'm literally Googling it right now. Oh, he's on the Rockies, I guess.
They just got your boy, Randall
Grichuk.
Yep.
I love it.
All right, Gummer. No
All
more
right.
fooling around.
Yeah.
And I had the little surprise yesterday for the people that didn't see it on Twitter. We're going to show it here because it's the only way to get right into this slate. And it is with this beautiful hype video that I was gifted. If you can go to my tweet, make sure to follow that young man and give him some love because this is one of the best videos I've ever seen. Is it biased? Of course, I'm in it. Cue it up.
Biased, dude. It's awesome.
Cue it up. Oh,
Cue it up. My God. You know I'm here. You know why I am here.
This one hit well. Deep and gone.
Woo! Jordan, baby, you thought I wasn't going to get one of these today, baby. Weekend of the century. Woo!
Jordan Alvarez.
I loved his dad. I love him even more. Vladdy Jr. with the piss missile. Woo!
The 3-2. It's out of here. The quick knees guards. David Fry.
David Fry with the dagger, baby. Let's go. Woo!
That is a smash. I can't even see it, but I heard it. Oh, it's got to be long gone.
Happy Friday, sickos. Shohei Ohtani homer. I'm not going to yell. There's more ball to be played.
Me. Step right up in Big Meat Peter. Boom!
And Pete hits one deep to center field. Back again.
Trust your process.
Yes, the meat one where it just cuts to the home runs kills me every single time. Meat, click, it kills me every damn time.
It's fantastic. It's unreal.
Also, for anyone that didn't know about that one right in scream where I'm taking the Rumpelman shot, it was Rumpelman shot to the dome, and then I chugged the Guinness right after. So put some respect on my name if you didn't think I chugged those. So season's here, Gumption. Do we just kick it off with Brewers, Yankees right off the top?
Sure, let's do it, man. I know we both love the Contreras brother on that one.
Let's just get it over with. Let's take the guy who has the best batting average against a left-handed pitcher in the league, arguably in his career. Wilson Contreras, elite rating on batters-box.com. In 55 elite ratings, records at least a hit. 69% of the time, records 2 hits, 30% of the time, records at least a run 50% of the time, 55% of the time, goes over 1.5 H to the double R, basically 55% of the time. He has a career 327 batting average, 973 OPS against left-handed pitchers. Rodon, one of the most inconsistent pitchers in baseball, in my opinion, and he's on my favorite team, which I don't like. Last season had a basically 4 ERA with a 1.22 whip. The price should have you sprinting to the books. Sprinting.
Yeah, you
For a prop like this,
originally-
I wanted plus money because I wanted all my plays to be plus money to have like the most utmost value on my card.
most greedy guy I know.
Hey, you got to get what you can.
Yeah, I mean, minus 105 is great. I didn't go for it just because I just wanted to put him in a hit parlay instead. But I love it. I love the play. I'm all on board. Everything you said, top notch. Nailed it. Couldn't
Had
like
to do
it?
this as well.
Do you like? I was gonna.
Come on, SVJ. Come on. At that price, I don't think I even got. No, I didn't use a boost. I used a sweat free. So this is sweat free. I was like, let me see what the price is, and $550 for him, who could possibly get 5 at bats today. I think he's third in the lineup or fourth. He should have every opportunity to at least record one H to the double R. So if you like his hit,
I don't think it's out yet. Yeah. It looks like projected hit second.
if he's batting second, this is just marvelous.
Hopefully he is.
I really like that. And we're both on this same 2-leg hit parlay. Let me pull that up. Which one is it?
Yes, sir.
Did I not put it in? Oh, it's right here. Here we go. That one.
Man,
We both love this. You got better odds than I did. Devers is elite today. I also have Devers home run. I used a little boost on it. I mean, I was just taking. There was a couple guys that I'm going to rattle off that I didn't like their home run play just because of the price. But Devers at 450 is just. Thank you so much. But I'll let you talk on the 2-legger since we're both on it.
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it on Wilson or William. And Devers is just, I think Devers is somebody that just kind of jumped off right away. You can see it right there. He's 4th highest on the list. Plus matchup in the 2 key categories right there in ISO and hard contact. Always love to see that. 70% hit rate when he's got an elite rating. So that's, I mean, it's hard to do better than that. And he matched up well with Eovaldi's pitches, which was another good thing that I like to see. So it's hard to really get anything better. And Eovaldi gives up a hit 61% of the time to elite rated hitters. So I feel like both those trends there with the pitcher giving it up and Devers doing it himself is just I had to add him there. And then I got plus 122, so I love it even more than your plus 114 BS.
Humble brag.
Yeah, no big deal.
Now there was something I meant to ask you before we delve into this, but I forgot. But I remembered now.
Perfect.
Inform the people how much they should lean into last year's stats, hitter versus pitcher stats.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's
honestly. I mean, because I was gonna say honestly, all my notes are very, very short. It's the first game of the season. Last year's stats don't necessarily mean much now. Everything changes. People improve their swing. Pitchers add another pitch to their repertoire. Skeens added another pitch to his repertoire. There's a bunch of guys that do a lot of work in the offseason to not look like last season. And there's guys that also don't do enough and they look worse than last season.
For sure. But if you're not going to use stats from last season for today, then I don't know what you're gonna use. I'm not going to use.
These are last 3 seasons, so.
Right. That's the other thing I was to say. So my algorithm, my default, because I want a big data set. I want a large sample size. So, this brick that's always falling off all the time my chair scrapes up against it. It's anything but rich.
That's just wallpaper, isn't it? It's fake.
No, it's real.
Peel it off, monster. Peel it off.
I don't know if you can hear that, but that kind of hurt. What was I saying? I don't even remember.
Last 3 years.
Yeah. I like to have a large sample size. I feel like you get a better range of expected outcomes from everybody. So, and totally agree on that. I don't care about batter versus pitcher really at all.
Neither do
it's
I.
nice. I mean, if there's a big sample size, if I've got like 40 at bats or more,
that matters.
I don't even know how much it matters because last year there was Mookie against somebody. I don't remember who it was.
This is a one sample size, though. You mentioned this earlier.
Yeah, but my point is he can have as many at bats, and I mean he was hitting like 400 or 350 against this guy. He went 0 for 4 that day. So like, if put however much weight you want into it. Personally, I choose no weight. It's nice. It might be nice to see that somebody's okay. They're seeing the ball well against this guy. That might be the only sort of decision that I make from that is like, okay, great. He sees the ball well. He doesn't, he's not getting tricked by arm angle or something like that, or have the pitcher hiding the ball well.
Can I ask you guys a question as a novice baseball bettor, since you guys do it all season long? Like, since you're talking about like what you look at from last season and the beginning part of the season, when does it get to the point that you feel like you have a big enough sample size to then feel comfortable looking at season stats? Like, is
Mid-May.
that 2 weeks in, a
June.
month, 6 weeks?
Yeah, I think it's at least May. Because I'll make
you
the
you had the data last year where your website took off, and it's usually June, right? Like
so
the top 10 guys.
I have it broken down by month somewhere, and it's like from April to May, I think there's like a 6% jump in elite rated hitters getting a hit. And then from May to June, it's another like 3% or something. So it's almost from April to June, it's almost like 8 to 10%, something like that is what it was from guys getting a hit. So it's definitely one thing that I learned last year was it's a long season. And it may seem obvious, but I think I went too hard in April and blew too much of my bankroll in April, and that made it harder come June and July and August when those months when it's warming up. So I think it's opening day is fun. Maybe go crazy because it's opening day. Like you've got double-digit plays or whatever today, which is fun. And I don't blame you at all. But then after that, maybe it's like,
but under 5 units are out, so it's still responsible. I was also going to add that 2 years ago when we were doing this, that we came out the gates scorching hot, and we didn't have like that slump until like mid-June. So it was last year we were cold till June. So you don't know what you're going to expect. Could we come out the gates hot this season and then get cold again in June? It could be the same, but you don't know because there's just so many variables between now and when the weather's warm and guys are fully into the season.
Yeah, and which baseball are we going to have this year? Which baseball did MLB give us? You know?
Yeah. Dude, I hate when people say there's not a different ball. There's a different damn ball.
Yeah, you won't convince me otherwise. There definitely has to be.
Can they just juice all of them and we can get over this?
Just juice the players. It's easier. Just juice the players.
Please.
Put steroids in the Gatorade. Who cares? I want meatheads everywhere.
Put in the bubble gum.
The league wants runs. The league wants runs. Who cares if they're on steroids? They still have to hit a ball that's 100 miles an hour, followed by a pitch that is going to be 82 miles an hour down in the dirt. You got to hit the pitches.
Yeah. I mean, and I don't even necessarily know if it's runs, but base runners, right? Give me guys on base. That's the most exciting time. So if they all get out all the time, whatever. I mean, that could be exciting too. If you get a play at the plate, it's the most exciting play in the game.
Hey, but the base are bigger. I noticed.
Did you? You're good at noticing bigger things, huh?
Classic. But yeah, I wanted to touch on, like, I saw a lot of stats posted today, and I'm like, these are stats I really wouldn't look at. And
I mean, you have to look at something.
I mean, everyone has their own process. I'm not dogging everyone's process, but sometimes I see something and it irks me.
That's why I like to look at the last few years, because you might have a guy that was terrible 2 years ago, and then he had an amazing year last year. So if you look at both, you're going to get something in the middle, and that's where his true outcomes are most likely going to be, is somewhere in between, right? He's not going to be like the 2016 Cubs when they won the World Series, best year ever. They just kind of played out of their mind, and then it was all downhill from there because they weren't actually that good. They just played.
Yeah, because Javi swung at everything and got lucky that year.
Crazy. I cannot believe the fall off from that man where he is now. And just
now, I think this is going to be really tough to handicap. Is where are you getting the data for Joey Gallo's pitch repertoire? Because he hasn't really thrown anything last year. Where are you gonna find stats to find his strikeouts?
You're gonna have to wait. You have to wait for it to come. You know, unless you're just gonna go in blind, which is an option too. Just bet on gut, bet on feel. I mean, that's the other thing. There's definitely an art to this. It's not a science, right? If it was a science, then it'd be easy. Look at that guy. Look at his eyes bugging out.
There's one thing I want to warn people about what to not look for on social media, because it just drives me insane. If somebody is telling you to pick one of these 15 players to do something today, just unfollow. That's all I'll say. Because I can do the exact same thing and not give you any data and pick the best players in baseball. So just be a warning of that. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Anywho, let's go back to the slate of games. Did you have anything else in the Brewers game, Gumption?
I was kind of thinking about maybe hitting a Freddie Peralta, like 6 strikeouts thing, but I think I kind of maybe fell off it, unless someone here is going to convince me to do it. But I don't know. He's got an elite strikeout rate, so that's why I was thinking about it. Where is he?
Just search him. Guy doesn't know his website.
So true, dude. So true. 31%, 9 hitters above MLB average strikeout rate. Like that's, I don't know. That was
There's a lot of dudes with 9 today, or a lot of.
There is a bunch.
I mean, let's talk about that one since the odds have jumped since I took it. So I took Paul Skeens today. When I was looking for the prop, I saw that it was -115 and it jumped to -135 in the matter of seconds. So if you see this priced at -160 or greater, just parlay it with something. He's got the highest pitcher rating on the day, facing one of the worst teams in baseball. The Marlins have 0 elite rated hitters, 3 rated poorly, 9 above the league K rate. When having an average hitter matchup K rate of what he has today, he goes over 6.5 strikeouts 68% of the time. That's a 19-game sample size. Last season, the Marlins were 17th in K rate, and this team is a lot worse than what they were last year. If you really want to get cheeky, alt this to 7.5. Maybe just have the 8+. I'm sure the 8+ is probably the same, but get the plus money in this one, and then put half a unit on. It's opening day. You're going to get plenty of opportunities to bet Paul Skeens. I was shocked that it wasn't like 8.5. I was kind of shocked. I feel like with it being the Marlins, the books would be like, oh, people will take this no matter what the number is.
With it being the Marlins, with it being Paul Skeens, he's in a weird way the face of the league. Besides,
who doesn't have social media
and Aaron Judge, So yeah, I was surprised it wasn't higher too. I think I'm more leaning towards alting it down to 6 and pairing it with somebody else. Just, I don't know. I'm worried, like, is he stretched out all the way? Are they going to be cautious if they get a big lead? Which I don't think they would, because Sandy Alcantara is a good pitcher.
I think that one will be a tight one.
I wonder what his pitch count is, if he has one, and just sort of what their plan is in the dugout. So I'm worried about going to 8. But he could also strike out the side for the first 3 innings and cash it then. So
he's done it before.
He's done it before.
Do you think he'll have any sort of slump?
I mean, it's hard to do better than he did last year. Like, I've seen people picking him for MVP this year. I know he was in the conversation last year. It's a slump. I mean, maybe that new pitch he's got doesn't work as well as he's hoping it does, or they've, kind of been toying with it in the lab.
Blink anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. But, anytime you throw 100 or 102 or however high he's going to get up there on the radar gun this year, that's going to give you a chance. But we'll see too. Maybe guys have adjusted. Maybe they've watched enough tape in the off season and will kind of figure things out. So I don't think he'll have a slump, but I don't necessarily know if he's gonna, like, I just can't imagine somebody does better than he did last year. If he does better than he did last year, then he's gonna be an absolute wrecking ball for 15 years, and that is a problem.
Now, I don't want to get to our favorite game of the day, but I want to talk about something else. Another near and dear player to us, Mr. Matt Wallner, who's leading off today for the Twins. And let's just glare at his hit prop price. He's leading off, and he's -135. I can't believe it. He has a great rating. I believe this is the first great rated hitter that I'm ever betting on, that since using batter-box.com. Has the highest percentage home run trend, and he has a 69% hit rate. I had to bet this. Just based off the trends, just based off how many opportunities he's going to get leading off for the Twins today. I have to bet this.
It's a small sample.
it's not the biggest sample size, but
It's small.
he's
13.
leading off. He's leading off. That right there is insane. Minus 135 for the leadoff guy to get a hit. He could do that in the first at bat.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, especially he's.
And I'm willing for him to go 0 for 5 or 0 for 4. I can live with that.
Yeah. I mean, for sure, minus 135. I mean, especially a guy with that kind of rating and that, like, great rating guys still do really well all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that you're betting on one. Minus 135 is wild. That is.
And he's a solid player.
He really is, and
just it doesn't matter how talented he is. A guy that is probably going to get at least 5 at bats. So
that's. I mean, I don't know about that.
That's if they have. Obviously, regardless, he's getting 4. But
yeah, he should. Assuming they're scoring runs. Yeah, I mean, Sonny Gray did not have a very good or a very good year last year, so maybe they do score a bunch of runs. Does he had 5 at bats? I mean, yeah, that's a great bet. I love that bet.
I had to do it. Other people have tailed this and got minus 125.
I was gonna say if that price is still available, I'm just gonna go bet it.
Minus 125 on some books. Plus the 2 bases is almost 2 to 1.
Not me logging into my betting account right now. That's what you're talking about.
And then the highest home run trend, you're going to give me plus or almost 5 to 1.
Yeah, I'm not going to go crazy on that.
Oh, you're such a softie.
I'm not betting any homers on opening day. I'm
got
sure
4 today, kids. 4.
That's crazy.
4. That's 1 unit full, kids. 1 unit. Quarter unit on all of them. Don't go crazy. It's a home run.
Minus 140.
All value. Oh, minus 140.
It's only 5 points different.
Oh, but I got good CLV on my William Contreras parlay.
Right,
My name is Michael Montgomery.
Hey, can't win them all.
All right, let's go to the game of the day for us, at least, because we are closeted, diehard Ranger fans. And if you're not, Monty, you're a liar if you say you're not. We're definitely closeted Ranger fans.
No, you're right. You're right.
And this would not be an opening day if I didn't go back to the well that treated me so well last year. Didn't mean to say well that many times. But first 5 team total over 1.5 for the Rangers today. They have the highest average hitter matchup rating on batters-box.com. They're just a few hairs away from having their team being averaged as elite. Couldn't get that out. 2 hitters are above the league ground ball rate. That's perfectly fine because they're going up against the guy that gives up a lot of hard contact, Garrett Crochet, who's making his first start for the Red Sox. Is he going to come out perfect? Is he going to come out a little iffy? We don't know. And you're going to give me 1.5 runs for him to make possibly 2 mistakes and then get in 2 runs. This is a team that averaged 2.32 runs in the first 5 last season. Not the greatest year for them last season, but they've improved tremendously. They have 3 elite-rated hitters. I know one of them is probably not going to be in the starting lineup, that being Kyle Higashioka, but Wyatt Langford and Josh Young should be in the starting lineup. I still feel, despite it being Garrett Crochet on the bump for the Red Sox, that the team total should be 2.5. What do you think?
For sure. Also, all 3 of them are in the lineup.
No way. Where's Higgy betting last?
It just came out. He's hitting.
Where's
8th.
Young? Where's Young?
There. Josh Young is hitting 6th. Wyatt Langford is hitting 3rd. So they're elite rated hitters right here.
Let's go.
I mean, that's a heck of a lineup, right? Like
Burger batting 6th. How does that lineup just? How do you not just not shut the F up about that team? It's just marvelous.
It's very, very good. I hope they have a bounce back year because that's one of the best offenses in the league, and they're fun to watch. And Berger's like just barely missing an elite rating too, so that's almost 4 elite rated guys.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily into. I don't know. I like Crochet. I think he's good. Elite rated hitters haven't done that well against him. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn on that matchup. 2 runs in the first 5 is so low. I mean, with a similar matchup rating.
I think that was the reason. If it was 2.5, I don't think I would be on this play. But with knowing that the average total is 2.5 typically, especially for a team of that caliber, and you're giving me minus 125, it's hashtag value. Really, what it comes down to is most of these bets that I'm on today feels like value, and 1.5 on a team that I'm very high on, and it's not juiced to say minus 180, which I have paid in the past. I don't think minus 180 for a first 5 team total is a terrible price to pay if they have 4 elite rated hitters.
I mean, it's not terrible, especially at 1.5. And usually you're gonna be going against a pitcher that is much worse. Crochet, Crochet gives up a lot of hard contact too. So like, he walks somebody, you get a 2-run homer, and then you're right there. You're ready to go. So I might have to tail you on that one too.
And the 2-leg parlay for this game is the 2 elite rated hitters that I knew would be in the starting lineup, Josh Young and Wyatt Langford. Wyatt Langford ended the season last year, on a really hot note, adjusted his swing and whatnot. A lot of people are high on him to win MVP this season. I think he has an incredible year. And Josh Young, who had an off year last year, I think he was injured for most of it, was fantastic in 2023 for this team. One of our favorite hitters to bet on in 2023. Just an absolute maniac at third base. Made the All-Star team in 2023 as a rookie with an elite rating. I think records a hit 70% of the time as an elite rated hitter. Josh Young does. That is a 20-game sample size. Langford doesn't have many sample sizes, but I think he's somebody who's going to come out the gate hot, and I really like the price at plus 140.
Let me now that we know Higashioka's in the lineup,
You gonna add him?
Guess what his hit's priced at? What do you think it is?
Plus 100.
No, I wish. Close. Minus 115.
Oh God, he's gonna make me better.
Are you intrigued?
Where's he at 8?
Yeah. So
you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'll do? Since I'm definitely gonna be watching that game, I hope he doesn't get a hit in his first at bat, and I'll bet him live.
I mean,
that'll get you plus
that, but then he's only gonna have probably
2 more bets. 2 more. He's our Jake Berger, or not Jake Berger. He's our Jake Rogers of the day.
Well, and that's the other problem with guys like him is, he's elite because he's facing a lefty, and he hits lefties really, really hard. But he's not very good against righties. So if they, a bullpen guy comes in who's right-handed, he might get pinch hit for. So then maybe you only get 2 at bats.
I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
So his elite trends are 56% out of 27 default guys, which isn't amazing, but that's equivalent to minus 127. So there is a little tiny bit of value there.
Hashtag value.
If you want to.
I don't know if I think my card's complete. I have 10 plays.
Lucky number 11, man. Come on.
And there's gonna be if hopefully there's a lot of home runs today, and I can take some good players to get walks post home run live.
What do you think his home run's at, huh?
Higgies?
Yeah. Josh Young is
340.
Better.
What is it?
500.
I'd rather take Josh.
Yeah.
Wyatt's was 300. I'm not taking 300 on Wyatt. I would have taken 400 or greater.
Yeah, his homer trend is 26%. So that's equivalent to plus 284. So there is some serious value there. That's interesting. I love that he's in the lineup, though. I love that.
Same. I didn't think he would be. When I wrote it, I didn't mention. I think I mentioned him, or I just mentioned the average. I didn't put 3 elite hitters because I was like, does it really count if Higgy's not playing? Because I felt like they like Jonah Heim more.
I thought they would too. I'm surprised he's not in there, and I thought maybe Higashioka would DH, but they got Corey Seager DH and Josh Smith at shortstop. So
yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
Now you have a little 2-leg pitcher parlay for us.
I do. What we got Wheeler and
yeah.
I'm making sure that's the one.
Guy doesn't know his plays. Confirmed.
Confirm. No, I didn't know if I made another one.
I didn't know I made another one.
I thought I might have made like a different one instead, or like in addition to that one. No, I really like this one. I mean, Wheeler's a guy that, you know, they both have elite ratings. Wheeler is up there, and then there's Skubal. Yeah, I mean, obviously won the Cy Young Award last year, so gives up a little bit of hard contact sometimes, but I don't care that he's facing the Dodgers. He's good enough. He proved it to me winning the Cy Young, so I'm not worried about that. And then Wheeler going against the Nationals, like obviously very familiar with him, but he's a guy that just gets it done all the time. And I was surprised that both these props were at 17.5. I think they were a little juicy, which is why I put them together. So close to plus 200 I will definitely take that on this. Neither guy is facing really many elite rated hitters. Zach Wheeler's got one. And I don't think Skubal has any, because even though it's the Dodgers, he's just that good. And the trends on this are both really, really good as well.
Listening to you type everything and tap that mic, when I see you next time, you're not going to have teeth. So
I'm so sorry.
Those poor listeners down below as well.
I'm so sorry.
Put that mic somewhere different. Hold it in your nuts or something.
I told you when I plugged it in, this was going to happen.
Oh, apologies to the listeners. Good Lord. But I have a question for you. We talked about this last night, but I need to read the stat out to the kids. The Dodgers have won 311 games since 2022. All but 53 have been won by 2 or more runs. That's 258 wins by 2+ runs, and 81% of those wins has been by 2 runs. They're plus 150 on the run line today. Do you blindly take that?
I mean, you can. Like, if your whole thing is you want to do value, like there's value in that. Like if you like 81% is crazy. It's like minus 425. So, and minus 1.5 is never gonna be minus 425.
Yeah.
So, like, sure, but I'm not betting against Skubal. Like, I know it's the Dodgers, but
what about the innings after he's done?
What if he throws a complete game? What if he goes 8 innings?
It's 2025, Gumption. He's not going 9.
Why not?
Put some respect on the sport.
I mean, he's the one guy that AJ Hinch lets go, I feel like. So I disagree.
I don't know how I feel about the Tigers offense.
Sure. I mean, that's fine. I don't love it either, but that's as long as they're not like that's not going to impact taking him out.
No, but it does impact the run line because it could end 2-0. It could end 2-0, and he's still out there.
Yeah. Are you going to bet it then? Sounds like you want to bet it.
I want to bet it, but I have 10 plays, and we preach responsible gambling here.
I mean, absolutely. 10 plays, very responsible.
Hey. It's all about how many units you have out. It's not about how many plays. It's about how much you got out.
Right. So how many? You only got 5 units, so throw half a uni on it.
Another quarter unit, and then make it 5 for the whole day.
Why not? You seem to like it.
I just like trends. I really like the trends.
That's fair.
Oh, Monster, put that mic on a book. You got a book near you?
I mean, yeah.
Put it on top. What are you whining about? Go.
How's that going to make a difference?
Just trust the process.
My laptop's not on the desk.
We hear every click you make, sir.
I told you.
Sir, this is ESPN. We're here to put perfection.
All right, it's on a book.
All right, up next, Stephen A. Smith will be here to talk about LeBron James and how he would knock him out.
You still here?
Up next on Get Up. Every click you make.
Yeah,
what,
see, I told you it's not going to change anything. I'll just stop typing. It's that easy.
I got Stephen A. coming up next, dude. What are we doing? Why are we making fun of him? He's about to join us.
Oh, my God, he's down below.
That's scary.
Stephen A. down below. Stephen A. Smith. You're not touching anybody. Anywho, Gumption, you got more plays for the kids. You got another pitcher play, and that is a guy who won Cy Young as well.
I have another pitcher play? I don't know my plays. Put it up. Oh, I do have that play. I totally forgot about that play. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Newborns, dude, have a newborn and then talk to me, okay? Let's start there.
I had one in June, but it was a
Did
dog.
you?
Yeah.
That's totally different, right?
Yeah, they're mobile.
Yeah. I like Sale at plus money. I like over 5.5. 6 is easy for him. And I feel like Colby, you said this earlier, that you thought last year was, he wasn't going to be as good as he was last year.
Yes.
I mean, why do you think that?
Because he's old.
He's 35. He's not that old.
Okay, 35 is pretty old. No offense to the 35-year-olds out there. This is sports.
Let's say
That's like I'm trying to think of a good analogy here. That's like what, 65 in life years?
You think so?
About 58, probably pushing 60.
Well, I like it regardless.
If you're 35, you're official unk status.
No, I think he can do it. 9 of the last 10 games with an elite average strikeout rate. He's gotten six or more strikeouts. 9 of the last 10 in 15 elite strikeout ratings. He's done it 87% of the time. So definitely value there at plus 105. I'm hoping he's fully stretched out. Some things I read about him in spring training is he's been really good, looking good, feeling good. So I think he should be ready to roll for opening day. Manny Machado's got a little bit of good history against him, but outside of that, I feel like he can handle this Padres lineup. I don't think it'll be, and I just thought plus 105 was really good value.
I think anything you bet today is at plus money is just you should feel good because you get a couple of those, you'll have a successful day. If you're like me, you'll need all of them.
Yeah, I mean, for sure.
And then Prindy's in the chat. Prindy is a diehard Phillies fan, and he wants to
know about my Phillies play because I got a Phillies play.
He wants you to know about this one. Tell him about this one.
A big fan of this one. I bet this, and I think
this is your first bet of the week.
This is my first one. First one I found. I think it was like 5:30 in the morning when I was up with my daughter trying to find something that I liked. And so you'll see here, he's got the second best 2+ hits, runs, RBIs trend on the day, 68%. So that's better than minus 145. I think that's about a 9% edge there. And so that alone is something that gets me interested. And then that great rating is good. He's got some decent, he matches up well with Mackenzie Gore's pitches. He's got some decent history against him. 5 for 17 with a homer for those batter versus pitcher people that care. And then this matchup rating is 90 points higher than his average rating. So certainly a favorable spot for him. Yeah, I really liked finding that stat. And then over 40% matchup hard contact rate. So I think he's going to hit the ball hard. He's obviously familiar with Gore, like I said. So I just think somebody's going to get on base, whether Schwarber's going to walk off the top or Trey Turner or somebody, he's going to have a chance to knock an RBI or
he hits a nuke.
Or he hits a nuke. Yeah, just catch it right away in one swing. Probably not, but you never know.
I was wondering if there was an over/under how many home runs are hit today. What would you mark that at?
I don't know. What am I, a capper?
Yeah. What you had on?
How many games?
I was thinking
14?
like 12. I was thinking it would be like around 10.5, 12.5. I don't think there's going to be many.
I don't think there's going to be many either, but I think if it was that low, I think everybody would bet the over, right?
I'd bet the under.
At 10.5?
I'd bet the under. Yeah.
I mean, that's not
how
even
many games? How many games? I don't think there's going to be one in every game.
I don't necessarily think there will be either. I believe there's 14 games. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, 14 games.
14 games, I feel like then it would be priced at around 15.5.
Yeah, I mean, if 10.5 definitely seems too low.
Ooh. Someone said ESPN has one for 30 to be hit today. That is not happening.
Yeah.
That's basically 2 in every game. Yeah.
I mean, how many were hit in the Tokyo series, right? There was, 3 in that second game, all from the Dodgers?
True.
And then
But they were in the
Ohtani had
dome.
that fake one that clearly was fan interference, but whatever. I'm not bitter about it. It's fine.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I would bet if it's 30, I would bet the under for sure.
30 under for sure.
All
You
these
gotta think
aces
how
on
many
the mound.
how many games are in cold weather today? A ton.
I'm
New
assuming
York.
Yeah.
Let me go through it. New York, Seattle, Chicago. The White Sox host the Angels.
Not too bad. Yeah, I mean it's like 55 though.
Kansas City, Washington, Toronto, St. Louis. That's a lot of chilly games.
Yeah.
Arizona's going to be chilly. That was sarcasm.
No, I think there's one game that's warm, I believe. Kansas City. Kansas City's going to be 80.
Wow.
So maybe you see
it's gray here, so we're not going to have the warmest game at the South Side.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's got to be and just the aces on the mound too is really where I feel like I handicap that. Like it's every team's best pitcher. So like why?
Except for the Yankees, they have Rodon out there.
He's their best pitcher.
Yeah, Max Fried. You have one final play we haven't got to. It is a little parlay. Forgot to mention it with the Brew Crew. It is a H to the double R parlizer.
I'm definitely. I want to be on more unders this year. That's gonna be. I want that to be kind of my new thing. I got new under trends on the website for the first year, so this is me trying to play with some of them. Bryce Terang is a decent hitter, but I don't think this is a good. I have it as a poor matchup for him today. In those 64 poor matchups, so that's quite a few. I just don't think he hits the ball hard enough. My algorithm likes guys that hit the ball hard. And so he's gone under that in 73% of those games. And I know Rodon's kind of hit or miss. There might be some guys on. I think it's a good spot to take advantage of that value. And then Miguel Amaya, I just think is not. I don't like.
He's in the Cubs, right?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. And he has a good trend as well, 67% in almost 100 games with an average rating going under this number. So really just taking advantage of two unders for sure. Big unders here, hopefully. So hopefully taking advantage of just two good trends. I mean, I feel like unders are where the sharps are at, right? So, we just gotta start joining the dark side.
All right, Casket Romance, pipe it down. How come no one bets unders? Shut up. I'm looking for the fun data.
That was your guy. Fun. Unders are fun if you win.
No, I agree, but I'm not betting an under on a player prop. I can't do it. I'll bet an under on a game any day, but player prop, especially baseball. Baseball, just like how many times do we talk about there being value and just say Matt Wallner's hit prop today? Like, even if he was batting sixth, that's still value.
But you're not
because how many times are they how many bloopers are hit over the shortstop? How many times do pitchers miss their spots?
For sure.
You could argue the other side too.
I'm not betting under on a hit for that reason. Have I done it? Yes. Was it the sweatiest thing I've ever done?
You put it on one of the free bets.
Was it a giant free bet that I won? Yes. Okay. I mean, your first game of the Tokyo series, the favorite under trend I had was Michael Busch under half a hit. Because it was just like I was just feeling it. It was just kind of my gut was reading it, and I'm not a fan of Michael Busch. I don't like this Cubs team. I love the Cubs, but I think this team they put together is very average. And so,
but they have to break even. How are they going to afford to pay people if they can't break even?
Nobody knows. Marquee Network's not working for them, so maybe
they're the only thing that goes on that network. Why would they think that would succeed?
Yeah.
Sure, they have some of the Sky games, but I don't understand the whole point of making that network when most of the year you're airing reruns from 1984 to get Harry Carey out there.
Oh, God, today, look at the guy out there in center field. He's wearing a sombrero.
I would listen to that. I can't lie. I would listen to that.
That was a good impression.
That was the worst one I've done ever.
No, it was the best one. Don't lie to
That
yourself.
was not. No,
Be nice
no,
to yourself.
that was my worst Harry Carey impression. And I love doing Harry Carey impressions.
You love doing impressions.
True. You want me to do my brother?
Yeah, you should get on SNL.
All right, so we're gonna be taking Alec Bohm today to go over
Nailed
his
it.
double R.
Nailed it.
All right,
Wow.
is that all the plays? I'm pretty sure we went through all your plays for the opening day slate.
Oh yeah, I talked myself into a Brandon Nimmo under 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs as well.
Price?
'Cause I was just I think minus 140. Similar to those other ones, just I bet it straight up because the trend was not a ton of value, only maybe 4% edge, 5% edge, but 59%, or maybe like 2% edge even. I just like it. I just feel like Framber Valdez is a really good pitcher. He gets a ton of ground balls. So I think Nimmo is just, I think that Mets lineup is going to have trouble. Valdez is a really, really good pitcher. So I just kind of talked myself into that one. I wanted one more. So maybe that's going to be a straight up easy L because I just didn't really need to bet it, but I don't know. It was kind of speaking to me and I liked it. So I fired.
Did you look at any sides today? Anything pop out? I mean, I know that's not our brand.
No, I was trying to find some team totals that I liked.
None of them really spoke to me.
Yeah,
except for
it's
the
tough
Rangers.
with all the aces. I feel like next week I'll be on more sides once we get some of the rotations thrown off to where it's not.
Yeah, I need the bad pitchers. Poor favor.
It's more fun. So once we get there, I'll definitely have some more.
All right, let's run through them one last time. It's opening day. Juices are flowing. Everyone's thrilled. Let's start off with Paul Skeens, because that's not the price that is out there right now, but I got minus 135. Go out. If you want to bet this, if you're like, I just want to watch Paul Skeens, if you want to pay the minus 160, go for it. But I suggest you parlay it with something else, get plus money. Maybe with Matt Wallner hit, minus 135, and you sprinkle on the home run at plus 450. Or you take one of these cats, William Contreras, Rafi Devers to get a hit, plus 114. Or if you're Monty, you got plus 122. Rangers, first 5-team total over 120, over 1.5 at minus 125. Josh Young to hit a nuke at 700. Rafi Devers to hit a home run at plus 450. That boosted that up. And use the boost, use the free plays today. Don't lose all your bankroll in one day. One of our favorite plays, William Contreras to go over his 1.5 H to the double R. Significant value for one of the best hitters against left-handed pitchers in the game. Him to hit a home run, sweat-free, plus 550, fantastic price. Josh Young, Wyatt Langford, 3 elite hitters on the Rangers today to get ahead at almost plus 150. It's just a fantastic price. Monty has the pitcher over out Lizzie with Skubal and Wheeler at almost 2-1 odds. Hashtag value. Then he also has a H to the double R under plus 150. Freak naughty over there. Freak naughty. Chris Sale, hashtag value here at over 5.5 strikeouts at plus 105. And the one and only Alec Bohm, 1.5 over to the H to the double R, minus 145.
Remember how hot he started the season last year?
Wasn't he a double machine, right?
He was on fire all of April and like in opening day too. So I'm hoping that continues. I need it.
Yeah, I mean, we all need it. We need it. I need another Nick Martini day. So hopefully one of the 4 that I have today leaves the yard. But Monster, floor is yours. Tell the people about the hyphen. Tell the people where to find you. Tell the people about the new website 3.0. What's going on over there at batters-box.com?
Yeah. Find me on Colby's Twitter because he's always retweeting me. Shout out, he's basically my chief marketing.
I always say I'm the face of the hyphen.
He is, no doubt. Added a bunch of stuff this year if you haven't seen already. Those under trends that I talked about. I got trends for every matchup rating now. Last year I just had elite rated trends, so great rating, above average, poor, all that. We got trends for. I got team total and money line trends now as well.
Oh my God, we have to do the giveaway. Oh my God.
Giveaway. That's your
Oh my
giveaway.
God, I'll do it after the show. Totally forgot.
Yeah.
We still got
Yeah.
everyone has time before
I guess
open.
people can still enter. Yeah. Do you want to set a deadline?
SBJ, can you throw the tweet in the chat? I'll find it while Monty's still talking. Hold on.
I got it.
Colby's giving away. Go ahead, SPJ, if you want to say something.
No, he said
No,
he said
I
he
just
got
said
it.
I got it.
Bet. So added all those. Of course, regular stuff is free as always. I'm never gonna make the whole thing paid for. So if you just want to come check out some hitter ratings, the default ratings will always be free, and so you'll get one on every hitter. And you can click on the games to just check out single game stuff. But premium's gonna have all the trends, the pitcher ratings, team total, money line trends, all that good stuff. Colby's going to give away a season pass, so you'll have access for the whole season through the World Series. And so if you don't win, you can buy one of those for $85 right now on sale for the whole season. I was going to end that sale like tomorrow morning, but I might extend it
through the weekend.
I might just extend it through the weekend through Sunday, and just give people another chance to take
You have
advantage
day
of that.
passes, right? You still have day passes?
Have day passes, and then you can for $3 if you just want to come through, check it out randomly for a day. And I'll have a monthly option this year as well that I added that comes with a 5-day free trial. So if you want to try it for free, you can sign up for the monthly pass. 5 days, get it for free, and then it's $20 a month after that. But if you like it, I think it's well worth it. If you don't want to pay for the whole season up front, you can just do that. Cancel anytime, and I think you will be able to finish out whatever you paid for. So like if you buy 1 month, cancel the next day, you should be able to finish out that month. If not, email me and I'll make sure that it's available. Emails on the website. So I'm easy to contact, or tell Colby to get a hold of me. He's got my number.
Yeah. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me as well. But I will say, if paying for this tool that you don't fully understand turns you off, the free version is still worth using. Monty just released the premium version of this website last year. We've been using the free version for the last 3 years now. So
third year, yeah. I mean, I've been using it forever, or for like a long time. I just finally learned how to code, and so then I made a website. But yeah, I mean, there's tons of stuff.
Like the free version is still great to use. Like you're not missing out on a ton not having the premium, but the premium does have a lot of extra information and data that you can utilize every day. But
I mean, I'm a little biased, maybe, but yeah.
Well, it's your product.
Yeah. I mean, I just like you have the trends tied to that rating, right? So today, Aaron Judge is an elite rating. You can look at basically how well he has done in those elite ratings. So you're not just like, it's not just a trend based on the last 10 games where he could have different ratings every game or anything like that. Like it's tied specifically to at least the rating range that he has today for every hitter and every pitcher. So it gives you, and it's not a projection, it's how favorable is this spot? Is this a good spot?
You got to tell the people that are going to get upset, who those people are that say, well, he's up there every day.
I know who that is. Yeah, I mean, it's Aaron Judge. Every spot's a favorable spot for that guy. Like when is Aaron Judge not
hard contact? That's essentially your algorithm is hard contact and pitchers who give up hard contact.
I mean, I wouldn't boil it down to that level.
I'm just saying, like, to dumb it down to simplify it as simple as possible. It's hard contact.
It favors hard contact for sure. So that's why you'll see guys like Luis Ariz, who gets a ton of hits. He doesn't often have an elite rating because he doesn't hit the ball hard. So he's not getting extra base hits. So, kind of consider that as well. And there's also, I've got a bunch of stuff written on the site about it. Go to the About page or the Help page. There's frequently asked questions you can read about. I got a whole article breaking down how I like to use it, or, email me or hit me up on Twitter or whatever. I'll always answer questions. So
opening day,
We're
day,
here.
Monster.
We made
Opening day. Thank you for joining, Monty. Thank you, everyone,
Thanks for
in chat
having me.
for being here. SBJ, thanks for producing this show. No, go ahead, Monty. Go ahead. I was talking over you. Go ahead.
Say thanks for putting up with my typing. I can't hear it, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you want me to show you what it sounds like?
Oh, that's not that bad. What are you complaining for?
Oh my God, I'm beyond excited for today. We got still 2
hours.
2 hours. What are we gonna do?
That was too long. I don't know.
You guys want to ramble for 2 hours?
Yeah. I got a Rangers first 5 to add.
Yeah.
maybe a Matt Wallner hit. So
Yes. SBJ, what are you on today? Come on up, tell us. Come on.
I got a 2-teamer for the kids. You already talked about one of them. I'm probably gonna post it on the timeline, but I'm not a baseball guy, so but I like
Where today?
I am today. I will be for part of the season, but I'm still focused on basketball right now. I like your. I texted Colby about this earlier. I liked the Devers play, so I sprinkled his. I took his bases straight over 1.5 for plus money, and then I laddered his 4+. I did also sprinkle his home run, but for the parlay, I did the 4+ bases, and then I parlayed that with my favorite play today, which is Vladimir Guerrero for a home run. I took his bases over 1.5 for plus money as well, and then I laddered his to 4 too. So I did 4 bases for Vladdy and 4 bases for Rafi for it's almost plus 2,000 if you guys want to ride. I know you don't love the Vladdy play as much, Colby, but he's got a great rating against Eflin. I know you like Devers a lot.
Eflin sucks. So it's screw what the rating is. Eflin is just buns.
Yeah, the big body lay. 2 big boys. The big boy lay. The Big Mac lay. Hey, throw Luka 30-piece in there, and then you're really cooking.
Oh, my God.
The big boy lay.
Oh, shoot. SBJ, stay here. I need you to hear what Monty wants to journey with this season. Monty, tell him the other under parlay you want to do this season.
Oh.
It's not an under, it's a no. No parlay.
Yeah, I really wanted to cook together a no homer parlay for today, but the odds.
Tell them how far you got.
I had like 15 dudes locked and loaded, and it was still like minus 180 or something horrible.
Oh my God!
So I gave up. But I'm hoping at some point with these under trends, because there's some guys that in poor ratings have never hit a homer in like 100 games with a poor rating. So I really want to try and take advantage of that. Maybe get like one guy from every game or something one day. But we'll see if I can ever make the odds work. It's going to be tough.
You'd have to like take some guys who are like always like Judge, for example, to get like some decent odds to really juice it. But then like you'll feel like a complete dumbass when you get to pitch missile first at bat, you know?
Yeah, so I don't think I'll ever be able to do that, unfortunately.
That's how it goes. But
yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, thank you. I'll post that parlay chat if you guys want to ride on the timeline. But thanks for giving me a couple seconds to talk ball. Great show, boys.
Thank you, sir. Everyone out there, make sure to give Mr. Michael Montgomery a follow at Mike Monty 22. Don't know what the 22 stands for, but it's a good number. Monty loves alliteration. Number. Is it?
Yeah.
MMs and 22s. Yeah, that sounds like you.
Just me and Caitlin Clark, just 2 ballers, whatever.
Hey, and went to Iowa.
Hey.
Shout out Fran McCaffrey, because that's his future daughter.
The best headline ever.
No, it is not. It is not the best headline ever. But everyone who tuned in, I hope you guys have an amazing opening day. Hope you guys have an amazing weekend and a better MLB season. This is here to stay. We'll be back twice a week, chat. Twice a week. Let's have a day. I'll post the card out right after this show, and I will be doing the giveaway right after this show. I will put it all in a little tick, 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 tick. Betspresso is later today at 5:30 Eastern. Don't forget it. Everyone's going to be there. Shaggy's going to be there. He's going to do a little special appearance, 2-minute, fastest 2 minutes. Can't wait. SBJ and the boys will have all their NBA, NHL, SBJ, NHL, and we'll got NHL. Let's go. Anywho, this has been the opening day edition of the Pickoff. See you guys. Pickoff.
What you know about rolling down in the deep? Riding in the deep. Down in the deep. Now I know y'all be loving this shit right here. Rolling. What you gonna do? Rolling. What you gonna do? Down in the rolling. What you gonna do? Right, y'all be loving this shit. What you know about